All right, welcome everybody to a new playthrough of 7 Days. I thought I would give a hand at trying to do some tutorials for myself and for my friends. If basically if you're watching this, you probably never really played it before, so I'll do my best to help out. So this is a random generated world. Spawn close to a trader. He's right up over there. One of the things that they've done in the new update is they've added these various challenges, which you can access a couple of different ways. It says up there in the right-hand corner, I'm in the Pine Forest. I'm version 1, and then the various sub-releases. I do have a few mods installed. I'll talk about those later. That's why my UI should look a little bit different, and a few other items in here that you may come across. Day 1, we just started. So the first thing we need to do is the tutorial challenge. So let's open up the tutorial window. One of the ways to get there is this tab will open up your backpack. Up at the top, you have a couple of different items hovering over them: crafting, character, map. Right now I'm partially naked. Now here's the map. That's a trader symbol. Here's your current quest tier level with the traders. Here's the challenges. And again, there's 2 pages, but it's asking right now to redeem the first one. And so basically what the first part of the game, you'll just kind of follow these various items, and you'll be prompted up here to continue to go through that. The other one that's up here is players, and it gives you information. Your game stage is important as well as a loot stage, but that's on a different spot. 5 different biomes: pine, burnt forest, desert, snow area, and then the wasteland. Of course, they get harder as you go up. Zombies get harder. The way it's set now in the game is you progress from one to the other to the other. Right now, there's one specific type of trader in each biome, and if you follow all their quests, it'll take you from one biome to the next biome to the next biome, but you can skip them as you choose. So let's go ahead and move forward with the challenges. And again, something they've added a while back is if they're asking you to do some quests, they highlight these things so you know where to find them. So right now it's telling me to pick up plant fibers, wood, and stone. Now you can do these out of order and kind of it may make you do some of the stuff all over. But right now I'm just punching everything. Bird's nest, go ahead and check these. You'll need the feathers, and of course they can also have some eggs in them, which are used for cooking. Now it's asking me to craft. So tab to open up your backpack, crafting mode. And again, telling you what you need to do, which matches what's up here. So let's say craft, and it tells you all the things you need. You need these 3 things. This is how many you have in your inventory. This to the left and to the right is what you need to make that particular item. Go ahead, craft. Put it down in your hotbar. For me, ultimately, this is just a letter here. Hey, friendly reminder to pay on time. Just a little note you get every time. You can scrap that to paper. So right now it's asking you to harvest wood and harvest small stone. Now you got your axe. Harvesting wood's going to be a lot faster. Now these tree stumps here can give you a chance to, of course you get wood, but you get a chance to get honey, which is really important because you'll get infected throughout the game. And if you notice down at the bottom right hand corner, it tells you experience points. If you pick up something, grass, I picked up 2 and I have 16 in my inventory. Over on the left, again, this is not the standard mode, but in the blue is your stamina, which to the left is what you have, to the right is your max. That's the top in blue. Down below is your health, 100, 100. Then there's food and water. The more activities you do, the more water and food you'll use. All right. Sometimes when you chop down trees, you'll get some seeds, which you can plant. Sometimes that's beneficial because you'll be chopping down a lot of trees in the area. I've got at least 10 of 10 wood. Now I need to find some small stones. This is a ore node. In this particular case, is ledge. You'll find these throughout the map. If you look on your map, you can see where you are. Then there's color codings for the various stuff. The gray is rock protruding above ground. I think that's iron. Black is coal. White is nitrate. Blue right there. And again, that's a stone. Those are trees. So if you zoom in far enough, you can see quite a bit of stuff. I need to find stone that's protruding above the ground and bang on it with my axe. Here's one here. So 2 of 5, 3 of 5. So now it's asked me to make some primitive armor, and there's multiple type of armor in the game. It'll tell you various information. It's light, what stamina penalty, mobility penalty, noise penalty, and your duration. Once you select it with your mouse, it'll tell you what you can do. You can modify it, change the color, and there's various mods in the game to improve them. Click on click to get out of it. You can scrap them if you want. You can drop it. But in this case, you want to wear it. Now, the next quest challenge is asking is to create a club. Well, I've already picked up a whole bunch of the stuff, wood and stone. So let's just go ahead and create that. Craft. There's a variety of weapons to play in the game. Melee, shooting. Of course, you're pretty much all going to start with some sort of melee or bow. Again, in this case, I've already picked up enough wood and fibers that I just need to craft it. All right. Down here, these are your toolbar, your hot swaps that tells you which one you're loading in. You can scroll with your mouse or select the item's number if you're playing on a keyboard. And again, I've picked up enough stone, wood, and feathers. So let's just create all. You just need to do one to complete the quest, but it'll go ahead and create all of those. One of the nice things that they have is this lock slot bar. So if you click here, you can basically lock the particular item in that cell, and you can't get rid of it. You can manually do it, but when you send stuff to your other containers, it won't get sent. And then it goes from a white to a yellow. The white is unlocked, the yellow is locked, and when you're done, get out of that mode. And of course, this button here will automatically sort. But you can do it for each and every one of those. This is the gray area are your slots that you can carry without being encumbered. These little darker ones, if you start putting things, filling up your backpack to here, it'll start slowing you down. You can get mods to increase those slots. So the next challenge is to redeem. Challenge it. You can get there multiple ways. I just choose to go to tab and go to challenges. And then I can redeem. These are all green, which means I've done them. So just say redeem, 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 and you're getting experience points and some other items. Get the club. And then redeem the last one. Now it's going to send me to the trader. In this case, I'm close to this particular trader, so I'll head to him, but it very well could send you halfway across the map. A little bit of a luck there where you spawn in the particular map. Now, one of the things I want to do is make some more armor, since I think I have enough. This one up here, one of the items shows you what you're wearing, the helmet, the outfit, gloves, shoes. So you can swap these on, take them off. Again, you select them, it gives you information. Character stats will tell you loot stage. Loot stage will tell you how good a loot you're going to get. Extended characters, this one here will tell you your armor rating. So right now I have a 32% reduction armor rating. And again, the better armor gives you higher one of these. Of course, the heavier armor reduces your stamina, your speed, your jump ability, carrying capacity. That's all of those armor effects. Most of the stuff right now, I don't have any weapons, but it'll also tell you how many attacks per minute with the particular item you're holding. There's a bunch of plants out here. Oops. Chrysanthemum, you can use stuff. That's just saying you're within, I think, 75 yards of a quest. And you can actually sell some of this stuff to the trader to make a little bit of money. But in the beginning, it's not much, but it's something. Cotton. Oh, he's too close to the trader. The traders are protected, so they can't be destroyed, the walls and the trader themselves. But you can't stay in them at night. They'll kick you out when it gets to a certain time. And if you pick up something and you want to know what can I do with it, if you go into your backpack, select the items and recipes, it will tell you everything that you can make with that particular item. And if you can or can't make it, in this particular case, you can make paint with it. You can make it in a fire or a chemistry station. In this case, you can't. You're locked out from doing these here. Red tea is really what you're getting that far, but you can't get that until you get the prerequisite skill. And a lot of those are gated behind these various skills. You get books, and those will help you learn things to do various stuff. In this case, I was looking at that food. Right now, I only have 1 of 100, but as you find the various books and you increase those levels to your skill level, you can make these various items. So that one particular item we were looking at was this red tea. So you have to have enough skill books to be able to make that. Cotton, make cloth fragment, is one of the things that you're probably may wind up making early on. And the traders have multiple entrances. And then all of the traders, when you first come into them, will have some things you can loot. You can just run around the first time you come into them. And it varies on the traders what they have inside, but they all pretty much have 4 of the main workstations. In this case, food, This old sham sandwich, it gives you a chance of getting dysentery, which is not a good thing. If you eat it, you get 15 food, but you'll take away health. So it's really only one of those things that you want to do in an emergency. Lock picks, used to open up locks, various locks and saves. Here's some food here. This can of chili, and these canned foods can usually be made into other foods, which will give you better benefits. But in the early game, you can't make anything. But in this particular case, this one gives you 5 food, no chance of dysentery. Water, and there's also murky water. Murky water, which is yellow, you have to get it and distill it into purified water in order to drink without getting a chance of dysentery. And again, if you just click on any one of these, it'll tell you the various stuff that you can do. If it's in white, make duct tape, cloth fragments, goldenrod tea. Again, you got to get the proper skill, but it can cure dysentery as well as give you hydration. Glue. One of the biggest things with glue is the duct tape. Feather, basically the only real thing you're going to make feathers with are the various arrows and bolts. Shell, you can make gas, but we're quite a ways away from that, so I'll probably sell it. Eggs, one of the biggest things is bacon and eggs. Over here was one of the workstations that you'll find at all of the traders. It's a destroyed chemistry station. A workbench, forge, these are other workstation. You'll make a forge fairly early. And again, what you find in these things is somewhat random. And since they're destroyed, you can't use them. Lots of times you'll find books, but it's not guaranteed. The workstation book. You can loot cars. Destroyed cement mixer. A lot of the workstations will give you a chance to get this forge ahead. And looted everything outside. Now with bones, one of the things you can make with bones is a knife to skin out, get the meat, you get more meat out of them. If you select this will sort the container for. Depending on what skill you choose, it will tailor the magazines that you find. The main magazines, not the magazines that fall under perk books, but the magazines you use to do these various items here. In this particular playthrough, I'm going to do an agility build based on knives and archery. I am going to put my first couple of points in agility. I want to do 2 agility, deep cuts so I can get some bleeding, and archery. As you get experience points, you get more perks and you can move down, but again, they're gated behind increasing various levels. So parkour is a really good one. Run a gun you need because that'll be the one that you have to reload while you're running. That's good for basically any kind of gun. Hidden strike, you get more damage when you sneak attack from the shadows. Just allows you to sneak better. Gunslinger, you go into pistols, and the SMG is part of the pistol group. The intellect build, which I played quite a bit, but they kind of nerfed one of the better items. Fortitude, a brawler, which is a lot of fun, and machine gunner, those are its 2 main attacks. Strength, if you're new to the game, probably a strength build's one of the better ones to go, specifically with Pummel Pete, which is clubs. The sledgehammer is excellent as well. It's slow. If you can get the timing down, it does a tremendous amount of damage. Of course, heavy armor, pack mule. This may become more viable now with the way they change their armor, and of course, mining, mother loading is more relevant. Perception. This one is the kind of a sniper build with spears. Very powerful, but it's a little finicky. And salvage operations for wrenching is one of the better ones. Of course, if you like grenades, that's the demolition. Probably talk more about those later. And I mentioned intellect build, stun batons as well is pretty good. It's a great crowd control, but it's a little tough in the later games. And you build 2 turrets that you can set down and fire, but they've really increased the spawn rate for the screamers, and so that's kind of becoming a pain in the butt. Let's go inside and talk to Rec. He's got a couple of doors. Even when you come into Wrecked, you just kind of run around, loot stuff. Should be a door for here. Nothing to pick up. Check all the cabinets, check all the boxes. And like you can climb with not holding any hands. He really doesn't mind if you loot them. None of the traders do. Oop, zombie outside. Sounds like a crawler. I think I went that way already. And Rect is kind of the seed farming guy, so he'll tend to have seeds.
Put away your weapon, unless you'd like to die in my
Yeah, they've
store.
changed up his lines. There are vending machines scattered throughout the place. All the traders have them. And you can buy various stuff like eye candy increases your loot stage. Skull crushers increase melee damage. I think if you click on it, it tells you. Increase melee damage. Jailbreakers increases your success to break in. So early in the game, those are somewhat helpful. Oh shit drops basically reduce your fall damage. You can drop pretty far. Increase loot bonuses. Again, here's the various canned foods you could buy. And there's also the drink machine. So again, various things. Grandpa Awesome Sauce, 10% bartering, which is really good. Blackstrap Coffee, that's good for stamina regeneration, especially when you're mining. Elixirs are really good for anything, both horde nights, building bases, and sometimes even selling to the vendor because you get experience points as well as money. And again, these various things tell you how much food and water and health and generation you're getting from these particular items. And they vary every day. So back, I picked up a book, electrical traps. We find books, mailboxes, post office box, newsstands, for those that remember newsstands. Scrap it or drop it, but let's use it. No reason not to use it. Let's armor up and just select use it. So we did that. Workstation, if you come over to crafting skills, workstation, I got that book. It moved me up to 2. So now I can make a dew collector, which is used for water. And because I got that one trapped book, it gave me a 2, but I really can't do anything with the traps. Armor, again, you got to get up to 4 to get to the next level of armor. And then once you get out of primitive armor, you can be made light, and then you get, what, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, up to 6 before you move on to the next one. So right now, I'm over encumbered by 2. That's what the 2 slots are here. A couple of things I can do to get out of that. Let's make another stone arrow, or you could just simply drop some things on the floor. But let's see what I can sell to him, make a little bit of money, and move on to the next quest.
Damn, you smell like the dead.
They always have wonderful things to tell you.
I guess I'm gonna have to pay you now that you did it.
Because I was sent here for that challenge, I got 500 experience points, and there's a mandatory challenge you have to do. So just hit complete, and he'll give you a stone shovel. Any special jobs, and they're going to teach you how to dig.
You do something for me, and maybe I won't kill you.
But you can't move forward. You have to do this one in order to move on.
What are you standing there for? Don't you have work to do?
Yeah.
You gonna buy some food or just
now click on that. This will bring up
idiot?
his stock. This one over here shows everything at 1, but you can kind of sort them by the different types, which is a little easier, I think, for me. But can't really buy anything. Don't really have much in the way of money. But let's sell some things because I know I'm not going to use them. Let's sell that. That'll sell for 4 dukes. Let's sell all of this stuff because I can't make anything with it yet. I'm not really going to be able to make anything. But that'll count for food, but I'll risk it. And again, right now, picking up all the little plants when they're running around is beneficial. This is a murky water. You can drink it, but you get a chance of dysentery, but you can make a fireplace. Boil that in there once you get a cooking pot, which is pretty relevant. But you have water, bone. Let's see, I'm not going to make anything with these, so let's sell that. And they'll only buy it in certain quantities. I'm not really going to make anything with these, so I'll hold on to that, that. I'll sell as much of those. I'll sell as much as these. They won't buy that. Keep that because you need that for armor. And I'll bring this down here. Can't really buy anything with 115 dukes.
It is to a scumbag like you.
Open up the tabs. You go to quest. You'll get a list of the items you're working on. This little indication here will show it as an exclamation point on your map. This isn't in town because it's a dig quest. But in the beginning, you don't want to be overly encumbered. So I'm going to come over here. Whoop. There's a zombie. All these guys have names. A knife can give bleed effect, and they stack. You want to put something down, bring it down to your toolbar. Storage. Now these are writable. If you hold down the E button, you get these options here. One you could write. Move all items over there or just specific items. Well, I want to keep this over here. R reloads. If you got different kinds of bows, you hold down the R button. And if you have these other kind of arrows or different types of ammo, you can select it. For me, I have C as crouching, which should give you sneak attack damage. So sometimes you can stack it on them and they'll just bleed out like that. Select E, and this is a circle. So that what you're looking for is somewhere in this little area here. Now this is, really small compared to what you're normally going to get. If you dig, it's either 7 or 10, whatever that count there was, it circle goes in. Stone shovel, so it's pretty crappy. All right, there's the box. Now, normally when you do these buried supplies, when that circle shrinks in, there's a high chance it'll spawn zombies. So if you think you're getting close to that shrinking circle part, give yourself a couple of seconds to regenerate your stamina, because you may have to fight it. And so inside of this stash is some items plus the White River supplies that he is looking for. So when you close this, that's when the zombies would typically spawn. So again, rest up before you select it. And each weapon has has a range. The traders close at a certain time of the day, and in this particular UI, you see up at the top, day 1 time. It just turned over 10 o'clock. So if you don't turn in your quest, you have to wait till the next day. So let's get in here. Turn in a quest.
Well, you proved me wrong. Now take your reward.
Right. Now, typically, the
Get the
only
hell
thing you
outta
really
here.
want to probably pick out of this is the machine gun bundle. It's really the only thing that's worth the darn. The rest you can make pretty easily, but the pipe machine gun is by far the best thing in this level. Now, you did that job, now the regular jobs get opened up. So typically it's to go to the closest thing possible. Fetch, you just go get something, you bring it back, you get the worst rewards for it. Clear, fetch gives you the best rewards. Clears, you got to clear everything out. Buried supplies sometimes give you food and ammo, so they're generally not too bad.
I got
Closest thing,
work to do if you don't mind getting your hands dirty.
and that's basically over to Bob's Cafe, clear it
Well,
out.
good luck.
Probably
By the
can't
looks
do it
of
before
it,
the night
you're
turns
gonna need-
out,
I'll
but
sell
let's
you
sell
food,
some things.
But don't expect me to cook it for you.
Sell.
Oh,
Oop.
you want a guarantee, huh? Well,
Yeah,
maybe
you know
you
what?
should try Shamway.
If you get these boxes, you open them up, just say open. And in this case, I got pipe machine gun. Put it down at the bottom. Again, press R. Load it up. You don't get much in the way of ammo. 15, pretty much 15, but that could be all you need to save your life. Just dump everything in there. Again, the exclamation points leading the way. At 2200 is when it becomes nightfall, and that's when all the monsters come out. Mailboxes, you got a chance to get various letters. Bottom right hand side, when you kill them, you'll get some experience points. Car. I am going to just nerd pole, as they say. Crouch down. Clear the roof. Try for headshots, but damn it. Oh, shit. Fall far enough, you'll break or... Waited too long. Not looking good. Okay, got lucky with her. Bleed effect. At night they turn into ferals. So I'm going to do my best to shut this door. Hopefully that's everybody. The end loot just happened to be on the roof. Got lucky. So I can double loot it. And when you're crouching over on the left-hand side of that little top bar with the eye will tell you how, I guess, how viewable you are to the other zombies. They can hear you. And the reason I did that was there was a hatch there, so at least if a zombie comes up, I can hear them bashing through some things. This is a perk book. You're going to get these randomly. It doesn't matter which items you go into. But this is a skill book. These are skill books. So these will be somewhat tailored to the things you put your points into. So if you go into physicians, you should find more physician books, but some of these things you're going to find regardless. So lucky looter, find more lead and loot. So just select that. A to use or to scrap. You basically no reason to ever scrap them. You can even, and you can see there's a book, it's closed. That means you haven't read all of the books. So down there, 50 experience points for reading it, and now my position was at 2 of 75. This is a tool. This helps you build harvesting tools, which is like ratchets. So let's read that one. Again, 50 experience points, and now I'm 2 of 100. Vehicle books. Of course, the vehicle books are good because to get bicycles, mini bikes, motors, the 4-wheel drive, gyro, so which allows you to get around a whole lot faster. You heard me kind of sigh. That said either my food or my water dropped below 50%. As you see down here, it's 49%. At the farther end, you got the little symbol here. There's one that for food if you hit below 50. So if you select that, it'll tell you you're thirsty. And what does that mean? You're thirsty, drinking water. Your stamina is reduced by 6.6, and it's down at 93 because I'm thirsty. Let's see, can I put this on the primitive armor? This particular item here reduces your stamina penalty. So that's probably only going to be good for a medium and heavy armor. Let's see, modify. Yeah, and as you see here, that little white symbol, it's kind of gray, which means you can't put it on this particular item. So see, it'll be green if it's on a piece of equipment or a piece of armor that you can add that modification to. Pretty much all items have this mod. If you click on the mod, you can again change the color. It would be green. So I don't think I can put that on anything. So for the moment, I am just going to sit here. I'm going to use some water, but you only get 20, which is not a whole lot for water. Don't really have much of a choice. My food's at 50. It's about to go down. So I'll use pears. I'll get food and some health back. So I don't have to use my bandage. So for the moment, I'm going to cower down here until 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, we'll pause here. Thanks for joining me.